Howdy, Simmers. The Sims 4 has over 100 DLCs, which is a very scary number. And as someone who owns most of those DLCs, it is extremely difficult to do any kind of build in the game without using a ridiculous amount of packs. But today I'm going to force myself to use a limited amount of packs by using James Turner's random pack generator. This is a tool that lets us select how many packs we want to use, and then when we hit generate, it picks from the giant list of DLCs and selects however many packs we have chosen to use in a build. It's really handy. It's also really fun because the packs just get randomized so you don't know what you're gonna work with. We could get some really bad choices today. James has also included a list of all of the current Sims 4 DLCs, and we can select which ones we maybe don't want to use or which ones we don't have. In my case, it's just various kits that I have chosen not to get, but I have everything else, so I might have a problem. So with all of my DLC selected, I'm going to actually change the number to 4. I think we're going to work with 4 packs today. We're going to go ahead and generate, and hopefully we get something good. We've got Lovestruck, Parenthood, Movie Hangout Stuff, and Snowy Escape. Okay, so this is actually a really good selection. I think getting an expansion anytime that you randomize the packs you're using is an automatic win, because expansions just have the most with the DLCs, like the most items typically, so it's really easy to work with expansions, and getting 2 expansions in this mix is like an extra win for me. The problem is that both of the expansions I was given, I'm not really good at building with either of them. I definitely don't use them enough in actual building, and in Lovestruck's case especially, I really struggle most of the time because I'm trying to build homes that are very vibrant to match like some of the neighborhoods in Ciudad Emirata, and I think I've built on this lot before, but I have tried building very vibrant places on this lot too, even though this neighborhood is very neutral in terms of colors. So I've just really struggled in the past with building vibrant homes. So I think it's good that I stuck to mainly neutrals on the outside. You can see I did try to bring in some vibrant colors, and I was really struggling with the roof situation, both in terms of like roof shape and also roof coloring. Like this was so stressful on the outside trying to figure all the stuff out. But I think that it turned out okay for the most part. So, yeah. But having all of the neutrals on the outside actually, I think, kind of helps with the inside, because the inside is where all these vibrant colors are going to kind of shine through. It's very colorful in there. And part of that is actually due to the movie hangout stuff. Actually, getting movie hangout stuff and Lovestruck is actually like kind of a lifesaver with that. Like, that is a really good combination. If you guys know anything about the movie hangout stuff pack, it is a really difficult stuff pack to work with because all of the items in it are very colorful and very patterny, and it's just not an easy pack to kind of match stuff up with. Like, it is insane. I don't like to build with this pack typically, and I feel like a lot of people probably feel the same way because it's just so hard to work with. Nothing else in this game matches typically, so it's really just such a struggle to work with, but I did it, and I am really happy with how everything turned out. So we do have one problem with this build, which is that the roofs on the sides of the house, these little like half-gabled ones, I don't know what exactly happened here, but they're kind of replacing the walls on the upstairs level. So I can't actually change the wallpaper color on some of those without changing the roof color that I've painted. And I don't know what's going on. I tried to fix it, and just nothing happened. So I don't know. I genuinely don't know. But we're moving on to furnishing now. And this is a very colorful house on the inside, I told you. Having all those neutrals on the outside was a good idea because when I was furnishing this, all of the vibrant colors were really getting to me. I cannot imagine how I would have felt if I had to do the outside with vibrant colors as well. My eyes would have cried, probably. Like, I felt so dizzy when I was building this later on. But yeah, we have got a lot of colors happening here, especially in kind of the living room when I bring in that movie hangout stuff piece. I don't know what that is. It's like a table that I have the TV on. And how we're gonna match this, or at least try to, is through the colors. So I'm using a lot of like kind of green and blue here to tie in as much as I can. But also I have this yellow couch from Parenthood. And so in here at least it's very yellow, blue, and green. And on the color scheme is everywhere, but we've got kind of a burnt orange in here too because of the counters being this like really pretty green, but with this ugly orange countertop piece, which really sucks. I actually really like these counters and I love this color of the counter, but the top part of it is always so hard for me to work with. Luckily, there is kind of a burnt orange color to the Snowy Escape stuff also. So I really could make this work. Like, I don't think I could have gotten a better combination of packs for this. So I'm really grateful that all of this kind of worked well together because I was not sure how this was going to go. And overall, I'm really happy with it. But we've got a little bar in here, which I also tried to tie in some more green to that. I got to use this really nice but really big plant in the living room. I never get to use it. The walls in this house, I believe, are medium wall height. So I typically build with small wall height, which I think is the main issue when I'm trying to use these plants. They're just not made for small wall height. But yeah, I also wanted to get a radio in here. It did not happen because the radios were just not slotting to anything. And it was really annoying. We're working on the first bathroom here now. This is 1 out of 2 bathrooms. This is a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. I don't think I've mentioned that yet. But yeah, it's pretty big, honestly. Kind of happens when I'm working on a 30 by 20. My typical lot size, I like to work on like 20 by 20s at most for like the biggest size. But I really do prefer 20 by 15s most of the time. So yeah, this is a pretty big house for me, but I like it. And we're moving on to the first bedroom. I had this little section here on the house that I had anticipated was going to be some kind of closet, right? But I was thinking I would put one of like the wardrobes in it or something from like Get Together, not even like clocking that it wasn't a thing that we have with any of these packs. So what I've done instead is I just put one of the normal wardrobes into that little space. We have an archway to kind of break that up a little bit. But yeah, I really wish we had more kind of closets. It's unfortunate that we only have them in like select packs, but it's whatever. So this first bedroom I imagine is a teen room. And around this point, I realized that I forgot to put windows on one side of the house. So I will be fixing that in about a second. But it's fine. We got the windows. Everything looks good. I have to say that this room that I'm working on now, this blue one, is probably my favorite bedroom in the whole house, just because it is so pretty. And I really, really like it. They're also the only ones with a computer. I didn't actually put a computer in this house for the rest of the family. So I hope they don't mind sharing with their siblings and maybe their parents. But room number 2 is designed to be a kid's room. I got this little closet from the movie Hangout stuff, and it's just... I chose a neutral swatch because we have kind of a pale purple pink going on in here, so I didn't want it to be, like, too vibrant compared to everything else. And I think it's really cute. It's just really small. However, there is one room upstairs that is even smaller, and I put this, like, pink cheetah or leopard print up there for the flooring, and I kind of hate it. Like, the room, I am choosing to believe that this particular room is like some kid's room. Maybe the kid moved out or something, eventually grew up or whatever, and now this serves as kind of a crappy guest room situation. But we do have a little drawing table up here, so maybe the kid that is living downstairs comes up here to draw on occasion. I don't know. I'm just not really happy with how that room turned out. It ended up being way too small. Maybe I should have turned it into like a toddler room or something, but I don't know. I wanted to have some kind of fun room, and I guess I chose that to be that one, but it didn't really work out in the end. So, master bedroom is really dark, actually, in comparison. It's probably the darkest room in the whole house. But I am utilizing the wall that is actually a roof because I put a TV on it. So that way, there's still something going on with it, even though it's not really supposed to be part of the room. I got this gorgeous Love Struck wallpaper on the rest of the room, and I made it work. And I think that it looks really nice. I would have loved to have more variety of wallpapers upstairs, but with the roof situation, I thought it was better to just mainly make it all be that color. So maybe it's not like the most usable space upstairs, and that's kind of why, but don't know. So now we have moved to the outside where I am getting in a pool. I'll get a couple of lounge chairs and some other outdoor activities back here. But yeah, the thing about this lot is that there is kind of a fence already built around it. So doing like a second fence would just look really, really weird. That's kind of the one thing that I really don't like about this lot is that we really just kind of have to imagine that this fence is part of our lot. We can't like we can add a secondary fence if we want, but it's gonna look really weird. We just kind of have to acknowledge that this one is here, and yeah. But I got some pretty trees around from Lovestruck as well. This lovely purple tree is around here a few times. Some terrain paint goes on. I get some wildflowers off camera. But yeah, that is the full build, so I am going to hop into the game and I will give you the tour. So here it is, and I think that it fits in kind of well with the houses around it. Definitely not exact. Like, I still feel like it stands out a bit, but it's got kind of a pinky beige tone on the outside, and then we have kind of a white on some of these outer bits. And yeah, so let me know what you guys think of the build, because I question how the outside turned out. That's always going to be the case for me. But we're going to come in. We are greeted with our main area. It's so fun in here. Very, very colorful. We've got our living room over here, little bar. You can see the dining, and also our kitchen here. Gosh, I feel like this is the best part of the house. It's definitely really cozy in here. I'm so happy with this. Through this door is going to be our first bedroom. This is the teen room. And gosh, it is so pretty in here. I added some of these Lovestruck starlights to this wall as well, just to give it a little bit of an extra thing going. But I'm really happy with how this room turned out. I would love for this to be my room, honestly. I feel like I would never leave it. So we'll come this way, and I'll actually head outside real quick just so we can see the backyard. But it's not really interesting back here. We've just got the pool, little swing set, some lounge chairs, and you can see back behind the tree we have that picnic blanket, so your Sims can woohoo in that, or I think they can enjoy some food back there. I don't know. Yeah, and then coming back in here, we've got our first bathroom in here. Kind of nice. Pretty simple though. And then over here, it's a bit of a tight squeeze, but we've got the kids' room, or I guess maybe first kids' room. And yeah, it's really small, but I think that it is really cute in here. And I kind of wish I'd given them more toys, but hey, they've got a dollhouse and they have a giant teddy bear. So they've got at least something to keep them occupied. And now we head upstairs. So this is our second level. We don't really have anything going on out here in our landing zone. We've got a little standing clock. And then through here is bathroom number 2. So not anything exciting really going on in here either, but it's a bathroom. And then this is going to be that second kids room / maybe guest room, the one that I really don't like. It's just so empty in here and like void of color aside from the carpet, so I'm not a huge fan. You can look out the window though and see like the vibrant part of town kind of through there. Yeah, I can't build to match that for the life of me. But anyway, coming back out here into our last room, we have the master bedroom, and I love this. So yeah, this wall definitely sticks out a little bit, but I think adding the TV kind of helps to covered a little bit. Overall, I'm really happy with this build. I think it is so fun. It's really just that one room that kind of bothers me, this little one here. But everything else I think turned out really, really nice. And I am super happy with how this ended up. The build is of course available for you guys on the gallery. You can find it as 4-pack home because it does use only 4 packs plus base game of course, but you can find it under TheSimmingKoala. That's my gallery ID. It's always in the description. If you guys ever want to download anything from me, it is also just the same name as over here and on all of my social media, so it's really not that hard to find. I had a lot of fun doing this build, and I definitely feel like I should use James Turner's random pack tool a little bit more because this had some good results, and who knows, I could make better, more interesting builds with other pack combinations that I may not even think of using. So, I don't know. Maybe that's something to explore a little bit more in the future. But yeah, really happy with how this turned out. I hope that you guys like the build as well. And truthfully, I am super tired, so I think I'm gonna leave this video here. I'm gonna go take a nap. It's gonna be great. So with that, I'm gonna go. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel and make sure you have notifications on so you don't miss anything. Be sure to follow my socials. Links are below. I'll see y'all soon. Bye.